Namaskar. Hello everyone. Hope you all are liking our web series on Dr. Shyama Prasad Mukherjee very much. And thanks for your kind support too. Now, coming directly to today's episode, we will have today's episode on Sir Winston Churchill. Now, there will be a question arise in many of your minds that why in a web series of Dr. Shyama Prasad Mukherjee we are making episode on Sir Winston Churchill. So this is for your information that the Great Bengal Famine of 1943 was a man-made famine. It was recently proven in a research study that we'll come to know in our episode. So, on the way to the journey of Dr. Shyama Prasad Mukherjee's life, deeds, works, sacrifice and contribution, we are here through a lot of people and events like a river comes with and cross over many things while mingling with an ocean. So, similarly, while coming to Dr. Shyama Prasad Mukherjee's contribution and sacrifice to the nation, both before and after independence, we will come to lots of events of the time. So, as in a research study, it is proven that the famine of 1943, the Great Bengal Famine, was a man-made famine. So who was responsible for this famine? It was thought that Sir Winston Churchill was the only person to be responsible for this man-made famine. And it is think that his economical and political decisions made this disastrous Great Bengal Famine of 1940. Winston Leonard Spencer Churchill. Full name of Winston Churchill. Born in the year 1874, 30th of November, in Blenheim Palace, Oxfordshire, England. Died in the year 1965. Now, coming to his role, he had a role in World War I, World War II, Pacific War, Battle of the Atlantic, Potsdam Declaration, Gallipoli Campaign, Quebec Conference, Cairo Conference. He was a British statesman, orator and author who was Prime Minister from the year 1940 to 1945 and the year 1951 to 1955. Rallied the British people during World War II and led his country from the brink of defeat to victory. So, he was a role model for his country, but curse to the Indians. His alone political and economical policy of cruel and disastrous dictatorship and colonial rule raised the pile of the deaths in Bengal and exacerbated the situation, which will be study worthy to include in the books of Indian history and a day to be maintained as a remembrance in the history of Bengal as the cry of Bengal. The Great Bengal Famine was that. The Great Bengal Famine of 1940, a man-made famine, which was the result of a peacefully rooted dictatorship. much for the introduction. Thank you.
So guys, today we have appeared with this another episode of this will be the 12th episode, right? What exactly we are going to talk today about Shyama Prasad Mukherjee. As you guys have already heard about the Bengal famine, what exactly happened and how disastrous things actually happened at that point of time, because it was a famine, and at that point of time the entire country was here and there. So at that point of time there were like a lot of people, right, who has supported, and in one of them, right, that was Shyama Prasad Mukherjee who has supported this Bengal famine. So today we are going to talk at right across the Churchill, what exactly happened at that point of time. So aside from the 1943 Bengal famine, all the other famines between 1870 to 2016 appear to be related, at least in a part, of widespread soil moisture drought. But in 1943, the Bengal famine was not caused by drought, but rather was a result of a campaigned policy failure during the British era. He told Al Jazeera this was the only famine that does not appear to be linked directly to soil moisture drought and crop failures.
The study found that between June and September of 1943, the famine-affected region received above normal precipitation. The Bengal famine was likely caused by other factors, related at least in part to the ongoing Asian threat of World War II, including malaria, starvation, and malnutrition. The study published in February said so. It has also argued that military and political events in early 1943 adversely affected Bengal's economy, which was exacerbated by refugees from Myanmar, then called Burma. Additionally, it claimed that wartime grain import restrictions imposed by the British government played a significant role in the famine. In the year 1981, the Nobel Prize winner Amartya Sen had argued that there should have been enough supplies to feed India in 1943. Now, Bimal Mishra, lead researcher, had said, this was the only famine that does not appear to be linked directly to the soil moisture, drought and crop. Now, the Prime Minister commented in a memo on 10th of March 1943. What he commented? I am glad to learn from the Minister of War Transport that a strict plan is being taken in dealing with requests for cereals from the Indian Ocean area. A concession to one country at once encourages demands from all the others. They must learn to look after themselves as we have done. The grave situation of the UK import program imperils the whole war effort, and we cannot afford to send ships merely as a gesture of goodwill.
Guys, as you have been listening to so many videos and so many episodes, this is our 12th episode, right, which will be coming up regarding the Bengal famine. So at last, right, I have actually spoken about Jodi Tor Dak Shune Keu Noy Ashe. That was the song which was written by Rabindranath Tagore, and it was just the inner feeling of Rabindranath Tagore to for the Indians, right? Because where the Indians actually want he basically want all the Indians to unite, and he wanted to express his feeling across Indians, because at that point of time we had a British Governor General, that was a Churchill. So it was very tough for him to communicate with all the Indians. Reason behind, because the song which was written at that point of time, that had so much of feeling into it. Now what exactly happened at that point of time? Because this song says jodi tor ডাক শুনে কেউ নয় আসে তবে একলা চলো রে. So this was just like a Bengali term what exactly he has written. But when you see this like in English version, it has a different meaning. It means that when you call someone and nobody comes forward to help you, then you need to walk alone by yourself. So that is what exactly his feeling was. That even like when again the country was under the, you can say that, under the so much of pressure.